Greetings, Banff Warriors. Greetings. Welcome to the Results Kill Excuses channel. I'm your host, Greg. I'm a freedom alignment coach. That's a fancy title, ain't it? That is a fancy title, ain't it? Freedom alignment coach. What in the heck does that mean? To all you new subscribers, welcome. But what does a freedom alignment coach mean? It means that I've put in the work to give myself back my freedom. What kind of freedom am I talking about? Total freedom. I freed my mind. I freed myself of my time. I freed myself of the misery. I freed myself of my past. I freed myself of my guilt and my shame. I freed myself from the vices that I used to turn to, right? Just leaving me in even worse situations. Freed myself from distractions, negative thinking, complacency, right? Just sitting around waiting for things to happen. I freed myself from all of these negative habits, behaviors, and patterns. And it took me hitting rock bottom. The alignment pieces, I have aligned myself with what? The highest version of myself, the best version of who I am. And I want that for you too. That's why I get on here. That's the whole purpose of this environment, this message, this channel that I am cultivating right here, right now, is to inspire you to want to release your vices, get some freedom, heal the emotional wounds, the pain, that inner stuff that we just, as men, we don't want to look in there. We don't want to look in there. We know what it is though, because it usually comes out as anger, frustration, hostility, confrontation, irritability, any of this stuff resonating. And ultimately, if I can catch your ear and I can connect with your heart and I can show you and guide you and lead you down a path, guess where that will go to? Aligning yourself with the highest version of you so that you can truly become and embody and exemplify the divine masculine leader that you were put on this planet to be. Many of us were little boys, right? We were trained from the earliest age to suppress the feelings. Don't cry, don't express emotions. You're gonna be a man someday. You can't, men don't cry, all this stuff. And yet all that did was it caused us the inability to express our emotions. And it's not about just crying all damn day. That ain't gonna get us nowhere. That will not get you anywhere. I want you to know that to be emotionally fluid means that you now have mastery over what you are feeling. You can identify it inside of you, and then you can put it into words. What is going on in your life? What are your needs? What do you need as a man? How are you feeling? When was the last time you were able to look at your lover and say, hey, what you just said kind of is upsetting me? I'm feeling angry. Is there a different way that you could express that so that I could hear you more, connect with you more, and then help you to feel seen and heard as well? This is the stuff very few of us have ever even utilized, expressed to our partners, but certainly we don't, um, certainly we do not master it. And so a big part of this Results Kill Excuses channel, my message is cultivating a deeper sense of wellness, of connection from a man's perspective, from one man to another man. And for me, it took me hitting rock bottom. And unfortunately, for many of you watching this, you're not going to change. You're not going to switch up until you do the same. And those rock bottoms come with a lot of consequences. And the sad thing is that you could avoid all that. You could actually choose to shift peacefully. You could actually start making the shift right here, right now. But most men are literally asking themselves when they find themselves in a bad situation, in a really difficult season, feeling overwhelmed, is where do I start? We're ashamed to ask for help. And that's why I want you to feel invited to this channel. Am I going to solve all your life's problems? No, you're going to solve all your life's problems. I'm just going to give you the inspiration, the encouragement, and the guidance and the love, brothers. My brothers from other mothers, I am here to give you the love. I'm a fatherless father. That means that I don't got my dad in my life, but that means that I have the role as a parent. I've also had the role as of a teacher, right? I'm highly educated, 3 college degrees. I'm highly successful in my business life, in my fitness life, in my nutrition life, in my spiritual life. I have literally redeemed and given myself back so much time. I have so much energy. I have so much to give. And that's why I keep showing up, because I want to inspire you. I want you to realize your value, your worth, your potential. And ultimately, right there, your purpose. So many men right now, all different ages, from the earliest age, we don't know what our purpose is. We're going around, I don't know, am I supposed to be a professional athlete, a plumber, a YouTuber, right? A simp, an alpha male, a stoic, right? A sigma male, right? A beta male. What am I supposed to be right now? I don't know. A provider, a nurturer, right? And I want to give you clarity on your absolute number one purpose, your number one purpose of life. Do you want to know what that is? If you do, stick around, subscribe, continue to engage in this content. If you have ideas that are coming up in your head, feel free to pop a comment down below and to ask for, hey, man, can you talk about this? I'm an open book. I will talk about any topic, right? Even the fuckery, the funny shit. I will talk about whatever you guys are needing. I am here to serve you. What does that man look like? Right? There's different phases of manhood. And I have mentored everything from preteens to teenagers to 20 somethings, 30 somethings, 40 somethings, 50 somethings, 60 somethings, 70 somethings, and even 80 somethings, 90 somethings. And that's a huge honor for me to know that I can find some area of relatability with all men from all backgrounds, from all walks of life, men. But here's the thing, I can only help those that want to help themselves. And if you just ain't ready to put in the work, then you ain't ready to put in the work. Like I said, for me, I was a stubborn motherfucker and I had to hit that rock bottom. I had to crash and burn. If I can get you to avoid that, it will be the greatest honor of my life. But when we talk about purpose, and this is really universal, this ain't a gender thing, but the truest purpose, the number one purpose of your life is to become the best version of you. That's it. So when you sit around and you take some time to pause, get off the socials, get yourself a quiet space. I start every day journaling, reflecting, meditating. And I can remember when I was on my descent, meaning crashing and burning, right? Death spiral. I called it a death spiral. I'm now on a growth spiral, a transformational spiral up. But I was on a death spiral, right? I knew I needed to pull an eject button. I knew it, but it was crash and burn, man. There was no turning back. I knew it was going to be a rough landing. And that's unfortunate. And I needed that major rough landing. The beautiful thing coming off of it when I hit my rock bottom is that the other things throughout the last 12 years of my healing journey, of my sobriety, there's been other things that I've needed to release that I knew were not aligned with what? The best version of myself. Back to purpose. Purpose. Your number one purpose is to wake up and say, hey, am I the best version of myself? Right? Am I physically showing up as the best version of myself? Am I taking care of myself? Is my hygiene right? Right? Do I feel proud of myself? And then it's like, if the answers are no, then you gotta either get back on here, get some help, right? I'm all about encouraging professional medical help in terms of therapy. I go to therapy every week. Sometimes I even went for twice a week because the more therapy I'd get, guess what? It's just like anything else. The more times you go to the gym, guess what? The more fit you get. But most men, you're going to be so exhausted after every workday that all you're going to want to do is an old pattern of just kicking back, stuff in your face, and feeling no energy. And then you get caught up in this or the tube, watching other men win their championships, watching other men succeed at life, making millions upon millions of dollars, doing the thing they love, and you're just sitting there watching. And I put out a video yesterday, was just a short, but the magic trick at the end of the day, if that's how you feel, I feel you. I know where you're coming from, but if you need a quick refresh at the end of the day, and you're going to have resistance, that's how you know this will work. You're going to have resistance. When you get home and you're tired and you're not feeling sharp, go jump into a cold shower. Go take a cold shower. A 5-minute cold shower. Man, you will get the biggest hit of endorphins that you've probably ever had. Like, it doesn't feel good being in there, but when you come out, you feel refreshed, you feel focused, and then you now have some fresh energy to go and be active. Go be a leader. Take your family. If you got kids, take your family out for a hike, for a long walk, right? Go play. Go to the gym. Go get some cardio. Go lift some weights. And sure, after that, you're going to be smoked. You're going to be super tired. And that's a good thing because hopefully you'll sleep better. You'll wake up earlier. But your number one purpose is to be the best version of you. And I'm going to start guiding and training and coaching and leading men that are ready, that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. I am going to lead you on that journey of being the best version. And no matter how you want to argue with me about this, right? The real flex in 24 is a man that is free of vices. That's drugs, that's alcohol, that's pornography, that's spending too much time watching other men work when you should be working and honing your own gifts, your own talents, your own creativity, your own craft. You ain't got time for that right now. If you're in a rough patch, you do not have time to watch other men work. That's why Sports Center exists. You can watch the 2-minute highlight. You can watch the recap. That's about as far as I get. I do not have the attention span to watch hours upon hours of other men or women working. And that includes television. They working, they're pretending to be something and they're making millions of dollars. What are you doing? You're sitting there. So if you're searching for your purpose, it's time to start taking some inventory of things that you know you can improve about you. That's where it all starts. What can you improve about yourself? Can you switch up some nutrition? Some of your nutrition habits, you want to cut out fast food for a month, see what happens, see how that changes your energy. Oh, but I don't have time to da da da. Yes, you do. You got to make time. If you're wasting any amount of time sitting back, scrolling, watching, cheering for other people, you got time to meal prep, to go shopping for healthier groceries, right? But again, you can either be full of excuses and that's going to kill your results, or here, you know the drill. Results kill excuses, where your growth equals your greatness. Greg's out.